Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Muji ji ki jai. I'm very sorry I'm late today. Just got stuck in another meeting and lost track of time. I feel what we can do is that in the Bangalore Sangha, if someone can call me, if I'm more than 5 minutes late, someone can give me a call. I also wasn't able to put up the Satsang reminder. So if one of you could do that and just say that we started now. If this is your first time here, the way to ask questions is through the chat window. Namaste, namaste. And I'm just presuming that the audio and video are working fine. But if there's a problem, you let me know. Thank you, thank you. Who are you without your past? Hmm? Who are we without our past? Suppose that all memory was just made up, just imagined. Who would we be without our memory? And who are you without your future? Without your ideas about what the future must be? Who are you? When these ideas about who we were and who we want to be are kept aside, then we are what is. Very good. Atma says, just pure presence, I am. Very good. Cornelia says, so happy without memory. Yes. And Louis says, Namaste, Father. Love you too. Amaya says, no future more fully present without memories. Surrendering how loved most memories are. Yes. And Ustreamer 80 says, this. Yes, very good. This. Atma says, thank something censored, your feet. Thank. So there's a word missing. Thanks blank at your feet, I'm presuming. So right now in this moment, be free from all ideas about your past. Stop interpreting your past to mean something. And stop deciding what must happen in the future. Namaste. Let go of past and future right now. There is no time like the present. The present is the present because of the presence. The presence is only here. The presence is only now. Drop all ideas about past and future. Be a newborn baby this very moment, in every moment. Be completely fresh right here, right now. Nothing has ever happened and nothing is going to happen. Is this freedom or is this a sense of disappointment to you? And we can share whatever is coming up. You streamer 19 says, I suffer with thoughts regarding my work as a doctor. Work brings in all thoughts of comparison, money, competition, future, position, all leads to suffering. There is strong feeling to do charity work. Is charity work better in letting go of this identity? I would not necessarily say that. I would not necessarily say that charity work is better as work. Yeah, this might come as a surprise to some of you that I'm saying this, but it is not the content of the work actually. But if we are identifying as the doer of that action, I used to actually run a charity many, many years ago. It was called the Kushal Foundation, where we used to have doctors take care of underprivileged children in the slums of Bangalore. But if charity is done with the sense of there's a person doing the charity, in the charity work, I've seen the strongest egos I have ever encountered actually. I've seen many, many egos that are so strong because it becomes all about personal glory, it becomes all about specialness. Note that I'm not saying that we must not do charity. I'm only saying that we must not give rise to the person idea, irrespective of our content of work. So you say, I suffer with thoughts regarding my work as a doctor, but you cannot show me where this doctor is. So, doctor is just another identity you have taken on for yourself. But this doctor identity is dressing up a non existent entity. The person who is a doctor just does not exist. The most natural reaction is to say, but I am the doctor. But this I, can you show me this I who is the doctor? And the mind will come and say, but that is very difficult. And therefore, we say that just let go of your thoughts first. If we are so deluded and confused by our thoughts, then true inquiry can never happen actually. So, the simplest way first is to let go of all thoughts. And what does it mean when we say let go of all thoughts? It only means divest them of your belief. Don't believe anything that they are saying, because everything that you believe that the mind is saying is going to make the false idea of being an individual entity, it will make that seem truer and truer. So first rid yourself from this false identity by letting go of all your thoughts, and then you will find that only auspiciousness is flowing through your body. It does not matter whether you are in a commercial establishment as a doctor or in a charity establishment as a doctor. You will see that your life will be in service on its own without this false sense of doership or choice. Both the doctor identity and the charity worker identity are just identities of nothing itself. The ego does not exist, it is just purely imagined. And if you feel that this individual identity exists, can you show me where it is? Can you show me what it looks like? When was this born? And then you will find that all these decisions of where life has to go come on their own. They arise in your heart, and you know with full clarity that this is what your next step is going to be. And you won't ask for guarantees. You won't say that this is where my next step is going to be, but show me first where I'm going to be 5 years later. Where is this leading me? That question will go away. When you're so established in your true nature, then there will be no fear of the future also. Because you realize that no matter what the content of this life is, in reality, you do not change in any way. The content of your life does not touch you at all. Very good. So Atma says, a newborn baby every moment, yes. Atma says it is freedom, freedom, freedom. Very good. Amaya says, coming up, memory is flashes in the moment. Don't feel hanging on to them, but do love when they arise. This is okay, isn't it? Present with what arises on its own. Yes. Just to be neutral and just to be the witness and the witnessing of all that is arising is absolutely fine. But once we start attaching to them, that this is my memory, this happened with me, then we are perpetuating the story of this me. So if the me had a past, then the me will have a conclusion about the present and the future as well. So as long as we look at them as just another appearance and they are allowed to let go of, then it is fine. But the moment we start attaching them to the story of me, the non existent me, then they are bound to cause suffering at some point. Because it is not the story of you actually, it is only the story of the appearance, it is the story of the imagined one. Ustreamer 80 says nothing to be free, nothing to be bound. This is freedom. Yes. If we are completely in the present, we are completely with the presence, then we see that there is no freedom, no bondage. It is the state of no freedom and no bondage which is referred to as freedom. Isn't it? Aradhana says, Namaste Ananta, just joining. Sorry, a bit late. No problem at all. I also got more than a bit late today. Yes. So, some of you in Bangalore can give me a call if I'm more than 5 minutes late in satsang. Just give me a call. Good. Amaya says, like a nice movie, but seen as not real. Still plays this love of memories at your feet. Yes, if it's like a nice movie, it is fine. It is fine. Since does really seem the memories are me. It really does seem, yes. Then it's good that you're transcending this now. It's very good. Whose memories are there? Whose memories are they? If there is no person to be found here now, then was there ever a person here anyway? And if there was no person here anyway, then these are not personal memories. Ustreamer 19 says, I cannot find the identity right now. We can never find the identity in the right now. The moment we look for the identity, we see that the identity was not real. That is the power of the present. That is the power of now. That in the now, when we look for the identity, it is never found. The thoughts regarding this identity sneak in always and so hard to catch it. I really want to be free. Thank you. The thoughts can be allowed to sneak in, but don't hold on to them. Let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go. And you will say that, but attention goes to them. Yes, it is true that initially I do not say that withdraw your complete attention from them. But what I do say is that divest them of your belief at least. It is easier to divest all thoughts from your belief. It's like saying that don't think of a white monkey and immediately your attention will go to the thought or visual of a white monkey. So I'm not saying don't give your attention to the white monkey. I'm only saying that don't believe that you are the white monkey. It seems easier, isn't it? Therefore, when a thought comes, all you do is start with divesting your belief from it. The simple way of doing that is to just let it come and let it go. You will see that they will just flow like this. If it seems too sticky, then you can inquire and say, who is this thought speaking to? Who is the thought speaking to? And you will find that these thoughts will start losing their bite, they will start losing their potency, they'll lose their strength. And as they start losing their strength, you will find that your attention is automatically withdrawing from them as well. Thoughts will not take so much of your attention once once belief is withdrawn from them. Once you stop caring about what they are saying, then your attention will not go so much to them. Once you have no interest in the content of thought, then thought will become minuscule. They'll have practically no power over you. But do not say that thoughts must not come or thoughts must not sneak in. Thoughts sneak in for everyone. In fact, there is no gate trying to stop thoughts from coming. Be completely open to all thoughts to come. And just with this simplicity, letting all thoughts come and go, I can guarantee you that this is the end of your suffering. This is the end of your suffering. It's not a small thing that we say. It seems like the simplest thing, but it is the most powerful sadhana and the simplest way. Ultimately, what we all wanted was this freedom from suffering. And just in this simplest way, it is yours. So the identity does not exist without belief in some thought. Without believing a thought, can you tell me who you are? All of us can do this. Without relying on a thought, can we find who we are? Just in the pure looking itself. Why must we have to refer to thoughts to find out who we are? To refer to a thought would be to be like, I say, go and see outside the window what is there, and you want to refer the internet to find out what's outside your window. So instead of looking outside the window, you go and do a Google search. That is the same thing what we are doing. So instead of just looking for who we are asking our mind to answer this question for us. But this interpreter, this imagined one, will never give us the right answer because it actually does not know anything about reality. It has no capacity to look, and yet we want this one to give us the right answer. So keep aside all answers of the mind and just look for yourself what is outside your window. So now you can look for yourself who is behind these eyes, who is looking through these eyes. Is there a person sitting there? What does this person look like? Very good. Marcel says, even presence is perceived. Exactly. So you are the pure awareness in which even being wakes up. And then it is called the waking state. So it is seen that I am. Even the I amness is seen. And the seeing of this I amness also, this seeing is you. This pure awareness is you. Then it becomes completely clear that I was never a thing. I was never an entity. I can never be a phenomena. All phenomena arise within me. Vipke says, just this being, seeing, stillness and everything comes out of this. Very good. Feeling one with all. Very good. Prema says, in the presence now, just joy in the heart. Yes. Amaya says, I missed reading out something. She said, didn't hear you read when wrote surrendering this at your feet. Okay, thank you. Very good. Please take it. Yes. I'm very happy to take these gifts. Hand over all that is false to me. I know exactly what to do with it. Hand over your past and hand over your future. Hand over your expectations and give up your memories. In this fresh beingness, we are one. Very good. You Streamer 29 says, I feel like sitting for hours to finish with it all. Still a sense that the ego can do it. Yes. The silence helps and feels right. But concerned about the ego still meditating, I surrender this to you. The ego cannot meditate. The ego has no power to do anything at all. The ego is just an imagined mythical concept. It's just a set of ideas. Can an idea do something? So, how many hours does it take to finish it all? What must be finished and how long must it take? Is the truth not here right now? If we drop the past and don't pick up the future, then what is here right now? Where is the bondage now? Can you show me the unfree one? Is it not just your imagination? I surrender this to you. You are already free. Refuse to go with your imagination about bondage. If the self is real, it must be here now. This is self realization. This is freedom. Refuse to go with any imagination. No matter how compelling or strong it seems, you stay here with me. Refuse to leave home. Don't try to go home. You are already home. Refuse to believe the serpent's voice, which is trying to convince you otherwise. Believe this voice, which is coming from your own heart. Stay here now. What is here right now does not need time. It does not need effort. It does not need space. It is the dropping of the notions of time, effort, and space. Drop all ideas about yourself. Let all of them come and go. They have nothing to do with you. Atma says the simpler than simplest. Yes. Atma says the end of suffering. Yes, Father. Very good. Very good. Amaya says all memories are seen and freedom is true only. Very good. Aradhana says so true. Without referring to a thought, I am no one. There is nothing here. Very good. Ustreamer 80 says no persons here, nothing here, no knowledge, words. Still these words come. Very beautiful. Very good. Very good. Ustreamer 80 says thank you so much. Atma says thank you, beloved Father. Very welcome. Much love, Lizelle. Very good. Aradhana says handing over all to you, Ananta. This present moment is all there is. All else surrendered at your feet. Very good. Atma says, same here, same, same. Ustreamer 80 says, no time here. Yes. Ustreamer 22 says, surrendering past and future at your feet. Very good. Atma says, here with you, not leaving home. Very good. If you refuse to believe all ideas about yourself, then you see that your own natural state is always that. You are this pure awareness. You are the unchanging one. Time and space are meaningless for you. The universe is here in service to you, but it will never serve the person. Find out who you are. If you still feel that there is something you can do, then only do this. Find out who you are. Don't presume anything about yourself. Don't accept even the master's word about yourself. See for yourself who you are. Find out what separates you. Find out if anything separates you from the seeing itself. What is the distance between awareness and you? Let go of all that the mind is saying. Mahatma says pure awareness, fresh. Yes. Cornelia says, during the day are brief moments when I see the Leela and feel like in the eyes of others, see myself, but after that, anger comes and cannot manage. Then I say, then say, I give it to you, I surrender it to you. Yes. So all these appearances can come, but even in all of this Leela, your true nature does not change. So it's very good what you say that when some moment of clarity comes, all this is surrendered immediately. All thoughts that were believed in, even momentarily, are then surrendered. This is very good. Aradhana says, so clear is the seeing in the presence of the Sadguru here now that awareness is all there is. Very good. Untouched by the stream of information that flows in from the senses and mind. Very good. Very good. And from this perspective, it is seen that it was always this way, isn't it? There has never been a moment where truly you became the ego. It has only seemed like the time where you pretended to be one. Reality cannot change. Reality needs no effort. And Vibke says yes. Same, same. Very good. In the Sadguru's presence, all freedom is here. All understanding arises on its own. When we drop all effort, then we see that to realize our own self is the simplest thing. It is prior to any effort. Effort implies going somewhere, doing something. But to go somewhere only seems to take us away from the truth. Where must we need to go to find our own self? The self is always here alone. What effort is needed to come here? What effort is needed to be in the now? Before time and space, you are. Before even consciousness or beingness, you are. Where must you go to find yourself? What confirmation are you seeking? Always here. Atma says always here, only is. Yes. At your feet, love you too, my dear. Rivke says, so clear that I was always this. Very beautiful. Very good. Is there anything else we can become? Is there anything possible which can make us the non self? Can anything actually make us a person? What can imprison the sky? Who can put a chain around space? And you are prior to both the sky and space. What can bind you? Aradhana says, thank you, Ananta, for this oasis of grace in the middle of the desert. I'm presuming there's a blank there. Much gratitude and love. Thank you so much. Zurim says, all my tendencies to listen and believe to the mind at your feet, beloved Father. Very good. Very good. Yes. Atma says, nothing can make us a person is simply impossible. All the suffering in my life was actually only a thought. Wow. Yes. And she says, understanding, understood completely. Very good. Drop all concepts about the past and the future. Drop all concepts about yourself. Be the newborn one. You have no history. You have nowhere to go. You have nothing to learn. And there is nobody you need to become. Stop trying. Drop all efforts. Don't resist. Don't expect. And don't complain. Don't judge what is. Accept the appearance as an appearance. Know that reality is untouched by any appearance. This is freedom. Here I am. Here we are one. Ustream80 says all is Shiva. Yes. Radhana says awareness alone. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Ma says thank you, thank you, thank you. Freedom is understanding that I have always been free. Thank you all so very much for joining us in Satsang today. Muji ji ki jai. And I'll see most of you tomorrow. For most of the day, we'll be together tomorrow in silence, in the silent retreat. And those of you who are attending tomorrow, try to begin your silence a few hours before the silent retreat. I'm not mandating anything, but it's good if you marinate in your own silence for as long as possible before tomorrow morning satsang. So, as much silence is preferable, as much silence as is practically possible for you who are attending online. And in any case, those who are attending in person tomorrow will be given an environment where they can be completely silent. But for the rest of you, just be as silent as practically possible. Carry this intent in your heart. So much love, and I'll see all of you soon. Love, love, love. Muji ji ki jai.